What's up, team? What's up, everybody? We've been live for 20 seconds. I just clicked live right now. We've been live for 20 seconds already. What's up, everybody? Listen, y'all know the vibes already. You guys already know what's up. Drop a 7 if you guys can hear me. Drop a 7 if you can hear me. Someone says W's in the chat. Should I start streaming? That would be cool. That would actually be cool if I could start streaming. Do you guys think I should start streaming or something? What's up? Okay, let's go. 7. We got the 7s. I bet. So everyone can kind of hear me. All right, we're kind of gonna. You guys know the vibes. We started up. We're gonna wait about 5 minutes for everybody to kind of just dial in, to have everybody kind of come and join us. But while we're getting everybody to come and join us, we can just chat a little bit. You know, we can definitely just chat a little bit. I just want to ask everybody, how was your trading week? How was everybody's? How was last week? How are the markets treating you? Did we make some money? Did we withdraw? Did we do something? Or did we break our accounts? Did we learn something? What happened last week? Did we repeat old mistakes? Talk to me, guys. What was happening? Talk to me. Let's go. Start streaming, please. You know, I'm going to be honest. If I do start streaming, if I actually decide to actually start streaming, it's going to be something I'm going to need a team for, something I'm going to need to actually prep and work for, because already my hands are like tied. As things stand right now, my hands are extremely tied. You know what I mean? I've been waiting. Bad. Damn, Nivon's damn. Bad week. Last week, you say a signal in the fire Telegram. Yeah, I sent trades, of course, in the trading club. Last week was bad. We're trying to learn something today. Of course. But why was it bad? Why was last week bad? Why was last week bad? You guys got to tell me, why was your week bad? Did you guys know why you lost? Because I see a lot of you are saying that your week was bad, but why was it bad? Do you guys know why you lost your trades? What's up? What happened? Talk to me, because we're gonna wait for everybody to join. About 5 minutes. When everyone's joined in, we can of course continue. It was kind of slow week, bad also for me. Didn't make any money, lost my account. Damn. Also, demo account burned. Oh, damn. Okay. Listen, you know, it's going to sound cruel, but it's part of the growing pains when it just comes to trading in general. It's always going to be make money, lose money, make money, lose money, make money, lose money. It's just one of the growing pains when it comes to trading. It's something that very unfortunate that we cannot avoid. Every trade at one point is going to blow their account. And blowing a demo, don't even stress about blowing a demo. Nobody really truly takes their demo seriously. And that is also kind of why people tend to succeed in demo, because they'll just kind of let trades run. So burning your demo is nothing to worry about. It's your life you need to really, really stress about. I lost my life savings. Bro, why were you trading with your life savings? Why were you trading with your life savings? We need to get the skill up, man. We need to get the skill up. We need to get consistency before you start putting in money that you don't have, guys. I got to tell you that. I have to tell you that we got to get the skill set first before we start putting in money we don't have. Chris Stebbins. Yeah, the academy will be opening. When it opens, I will let everybody know when we get the second opening. Right now, we're kind of still busy. We're still busy with everybody's from the first open. But when we get the next open, I'll definitely let everybody know. Okay, so guys, 2 minutes. We're gonna start up with our lesson today, and of course, so we do want to cover a couple of things. Like I said, I'm waiting for everybody to join before I even start like telling what the purpose of today's STS. But you guys know we are doing a giveaway today. We will be giving away some free slots into the trading club. So that's what we are going to be doing today. So make sure you guys watch the live stream straight through to the end, because we're going to be picking all the winners live from the comment section. So I'm glad that you guys are interacting. I'm glad I'm seeing everybody chatting up. It's really, really good, because we'll be able to kind of sift out and, get our winners in. But that's what we're doing today. Also, guys, shout out to us and everybody who's currently watching the live stream. This is our first complete month doing STS. This is the 4th live stream. So pretty dope shit. Who that is? W's in the chat. Oh, did I accidentally? Oh, my bad. Who did I accidentally? Oh, my fault. I didn't realize I had to kind of let someone in. You mean the spots are more than 2? Well, we'll see. We'll see basically how many slots we're going to be giving away. Initially, it was going to be 2, but we could give away a little bit more, could give away a little bit less, could give away something completely different, like to add. We don't really know. All right. And I think that's about everybody, guys. I think that's really everybody joining in. For now, I think we're just going to get started because we don't want to be doing this for a long time. All right, so I'm just kind of reading your chats as well. Open the academy before December. We are going to open up the academy definitely before December, but like I said, we got to wait for everybody who's currently in there to finish. But today is about, of course, the trading club, and of course, we're going to go in and look in at US 30. We're also going to look at NAS, kind of give our future predictions for what we expect the charts to do going forward, where we want to take certain trades, kind of what to look out for within the coming weeks. You don't want to be, caught lacking. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. Let's start here. I'm hoping it's at least 5 people. Awesome. Give away funded accounts, bro. We can do funded accounts at another time. You don't want to give away too much. We're doing STS today. We're giving away the trading club today. So guys, without further ado, I think I'm just going to share my screen with you and we can get into it. Remember, you guys have any questions, you let me know. You comment down below. If you guys are not following or you can't hear me, something happens, you guys let me know in the chat down below. But are we all ready to get into everything? All right, I think we drop a 7 if we're ready. Drop a 7 if we're ready. Oh, my man. That is Clark. Clark right there. He's from our previous mentorship. Shout out to Clark. What's happening, man? I didn't even know you're going to be watching the live stream. Guys, let's give a shout out to Clark. He's been doing amazing work. Amazing work. He's been absolutely amazing when it comes to trading. Absolutely great stuff. Good to see you in the chat, bro. All right, let's share the screen. All right, team, can everybody see my screen? We can see my screen nice and clear, so we can kind of get onto it. Can y'all see my screen nice and clear? Following from LA, just want to make sure everybody can see my screen nice and clear. All right, bet. All right, team. So first, we got US 30 up on the screen, right? We need to decide a couple of things when it comes to the charts. So what we're doing today is we are doing a nice breakdown of the charts. We kind of want to see what we're looking forward to. We want to know what's going to kind of happen this coming week. You never want to be caught off guard because Sundays are the days, of course, I do tend to mark up my charts. So I'm going to show you exactly what I'm kind of looking at. And of course, you need to do your own analysis. You need to kind of match up everything on your own so that you're kind of able to, make decisions by yourself as we kind of go along. So without further ado, let's kind of get into it. So starting at number 1, we're going to be looking at US 30. US 30 since, when was it? Since when did we have that crazy buy? Since the 8th of August, US 30 has just kind of been pumping. We've been pumping because I think the first STS we actually spoke about, there was the fears of a global recession. I think we did speak about that. Fears of a global recession, investors were kind of pulling out a lot of their money. Everyone's selling their shares. People are not really confident in the market, shorting a lot of their positions, and we absolutely tanked. Worst trading day since COVID. But because they were just fears, it wasn't an actual recession. It was just fears of global recession, right? It was fears. Fears are able to kind of take the market from one way to another. But you kind of see investor confidence kind of get restored. This is something that happens in the markets time and time again. Investor confidence is restored. You kind of see everybody kind of going long, buying back a lot of those lost positions. So that's what we saw kind of happen with US 30 and NASDAQ. But now that we've kind of hit the all-time high, we have price that is coming officially hit the all-time high. We hit the all-time high, which is around the 41,680 mark. What can we expect price to do? Are we going to expect price to just start to sell off again, maybe come back for new levels of support, maybe get in some demand at the bottom end, go straight back up to the resistance level, which is our all-time high? Is that what we're expecting price to do? Or are we expecting to actually breach the US 30 all-time high? Now, that's what we're going to break down. I want to show you a couple of things that we're going to expect. So first things first, let's start with, we need to kind of look at the candlestick. So number 1, we're going to look at the H4 primarily. We're looking at the H4. This is where we're going to start, and then we're going to work our way to the lower time frames. Now, the reason I'm looking at the H4 is we're going to get a good view of the charts. Can you guys see them nice and clearly? So, at the all-time high, we had that long wick that kind of went and touched the top end, creating the all-time high. And then, of course, we have price kind of buying back into the same area. We have price touching it. But there is something a little different that we need to pay attention to when it comes to kind of what the candlesticks are telling us. We have strong bullish momentum at the all-time high range, right? Which is kind of different from what kind of happened over here, because when price kind of moved up to create the all-time high, it reversed strongly, and we had that strong bearish close. So we had investors kind of going up, pushing the market to one area, and then kind of selling out of that particular area, creating the all-time high, but then we kind of sold off positions for the long term. But now what we do have is a lot of confidence restored, of course, in the charts, right? We have a lot of confidence restored in the market, and we see this strong bullish candle. We see a lot of strong bullish candles, a lot of strong movement closer to the all-time high. Now, this usually is an indication that we potentially are going to break that all-time high, because this total range, I mean, let's kind of give it, this total range is about 125 points. Now, the reason I'm marking up particularly here is because if we look at when the candlestick that actually hit the all-time high and created it, for us was that movement was about 206 points. That was a 206 point movement. Now we've got we have price, the wick of a candlestick, we only have a 40-point move, indicating the strength of the bullish candlestick. Therefore, we can't really expect price to kind of just fall out of it. Ideally, what we'd always expect is price to come and touch a resistance range, sell out of the resistance range, right? Prices come for the second touch off the all-time high. We expect it to kind of fall out of it. The reason I'm not so sure and not entirely confident of us selling out is because of the confidence that has been restored in the market. Fed rate cuts, a lot of stabilization is kind of coming in the markets. Fears of global recession, we're kind of out of it. We're out of that. And we kind of need to look at the price history. Now, what do I mean? Kind of look at the price history to understand what future price is going to be doing, is that before we had the fears of a global recession, what did we have? We had price constantly shattering all-time highs. Now, if you guys go back, you look at NASDAQ, you look at US 30, we had this strong pump, right? That's what we definitely had in the charts. We definitely had, a lot of strong confidence in the market. What are we seeing here? Since October last year, just bullish momentum. All-time highs being shattered constantly, time after time, time after time, time after time, time after time. Then what happens around here? Fed's not cutting rates. We're seeing inflation go up, fears of global recession. So much is happening in the world. The price starts to sell out. Now, that is the only reason this bull run sort of changed, right? It sort of changed because of what was currently happening in the markets. But now we've seen those fears alleviated. So what does this mean, right? What does this mean what does this mean for the markets? This basically means that we, of course, this basically means that we're going to continue buying. This definitely means that the previous structure that we had seen in the market is potentially going to continue, right? It is a U.S. holiday tomorrow. Definitely, it is a U.S. holiday tomorrow. But still, we still need to discuss what we potentially see happening in the markets regardless, because we do want, of course, want to make sure that we're ready. You don't want to just wait until, Monday evening to start marking up your charts. Rather start on Sunday. It's kind of my routine. So I kind of want to teach everybody, my routine and kind of what I look at, and just kind of give you guys a better insight so everybody is still focused in the markets. And yes, 03 little BVM. I just put your comment on the screen. Yes, we are still in an uptrend. That is the current confidence in the market. That is the current structure of the market. We're still in a strong uptrend. So now let's kind of look at what these candlesticks are telling us. So what are we seeing when the markets finally open? We are definitely expecting, I am definitely expecting maybe this definitely areas to kind of come and touch this previous resistance while now support. I'm definitely expecting price to kind of come down to the lower end. And we're doing this on the H4. We are going to go, of course, to the H1, a lower time frame. But I am expecting price to maybe come to retest this particular range. And I am expecting us to break this all-time high and continue to the top end. I am seeing us definitely push to the 42,000 mark. I definitely see US 30 kind of heading there as well. I don't see us necessarily selling out of the all-time high and continuing more bearish movement. I don't see why we would. Of course, we do have a lot of significant news events coming up. ISM manufacturing PMI, we have the job openings, we have ISM PMI, we have unemployment rates, non-farm payrolls, NFP. So NFP, Now, NFP is going to be major. This coming NFP is going to be major. Now, does anybody, of course, in the comment section before I continue, can anybody tell me why this NFP is going to be very significant in the markets? Every NFP is significant, but why this one particularly is going to be significant in the markets? Can anybody tell me in the comment section? I'm definitely I want to highlight your comments. Let's just chat a little bit. I want everybody to kind of let me know. All right, so just leave your comments over there as well. That's one thing, David. That's definitely one thing for sure. Recession, okay. So everything okay? All right, so I definitely kind of want to know what everybody's thoughts are. Recession, okay. It will determine what Fed does September rate cut. Wait, I think I put on the wrong, yeah, your comments coming in real fast. I keep kicking the wrong thing. Entering the fourth quarter as well. Yes, correct. Moving closer to US elections. So a lot of your answers are extremely correct. A lot of your answers are extremely correct. Do you guys see just how much is happening within the new quarter? Do you guys just see how much is happening, right? We need to know how are the jobs doing? We need to know what is NFP doing. So is Fed actually going to cut rates? What is happening? Could we actually definitely go into recession? We have elections, and elections, hold a lot of strong they have a lot of strong influence on the market. There is just so much happening entering the new quarter of the trading year. There's just so much that is happening in the market, especially at this particular point in time. So because this is happening, this NFP is going to be absolutely psycho. But I do want to tell you guys something that's very, very important that I'm sure a lot of you are going to do. A lot of you are definitely going to go in and start trading. I know once that NFP hits, a lot of you are going to be in the markets taking trades. I want you to understand the volatility that is going to come out of this is going to be absolutely insane. You could see yourself absolutely plummeting into profit or going against you. We could see 100 points up, 100 points down in literally the split of a second. So it's important that I definitely want to tell everybody here, because I know how everyone is when it comes to trading the news. If you're going to get in the news, you need to go and be able to risk a certain amount, but nobody can predict the news, right? Nobody can predict what is going to happen. That's why Fed waits for this data to come out, right? That's why Fed waits for this data to come out. So you need to all be prepared. You need to all be ready. You need to all stay focused. So if you're going to be trading NFP, you need to trade with a lot more focus. I'm probably not going to trade NFP. I'm probably going to wait for the data to be released, wait for a lot of movement to happen, and then kind of see what happens in my charts before I take any trades. So I do want everybody to be a lot more cautious with the NFP coming. So I definitely want to just read some of your questions as well. But any questions so far? Any questions on anybody's? Does anybody have any questions? All right, just want to see some of your questions before we proceed. But what do you guys think is going to happen? What do you guys definitely think is going to happen with? What do you guys think is definitely going to happen in the markets when we get a new president? What do you guys think is going to happen if Kamala Harris wins or if Trump wins? What do you guys think happens? What do you guys think is different? Like, what do you think those different effects are going to have on the market? Does anyone have any idea what we could potentially see happening? All right. I'm just sorry, guys. Your comments take a little bit of time sometimes to come in, so I'm kind of just waiting for everybody. And also, Deanne, to answer your question, I definitely have this in the academy. It's not something I can definitely. It's going to be such a long video. I definitely have this in the academy, but when I open up again, I'll definitely let everybody know. Just make sure you're following me, and I'll let everybody know when I open it up. I have full breakdowns on what I actually do. A rise in the market if Trump wins. The rate we might get a market crash, Camilla, and a bull run for Trump. Consolidation. So change of trend, regardless of who wins, the economy would have to improve before we can really see huge profits in the market. That's very good, Mark. That is actually very good as well. Market will pump, bullish for Trump. Okay, so I guess everybody is really kind of saying bullish for Trump and bearish for Kamala Harris. Right? I definitely see the same answers in the comment section. I definitely see everybody kind of saying the same thing. So how will we actually know? Basically, when the election happens, and of course, you know, we have the new president inaugurated and everything happens, and you kind of see the markets react to that. You have to understand when it comes to trading, it's a long-term effect. So don't try to trade the volatility as it's happening. You need to wait to kind of see how investors digest this. Because remember, in the markets, we're trying to take money from really, really smart people. We're trying to take money from really professional guys who've been in the industry for 20, 30 plus years, who've studied and just lived at Wall Street. They want to take money from us, we want to take money from them. So sometimes it's kind of better to kind of sit back, observe what happens, digest, and then go with what the big dogs are doing so that we always make money. You know, we don't want to try and, you know, we don't have enough capital to kind of manipulate the markets, if you guys kind of understand what I'm saying to you. But I like that kind of everybody has, has the head screwed on right, because they kind of, you guys kind of saying, okay, we want Trump to win, we might go bullish, Camilla, it might sell. But you need to understand, why might it sell? Why might it buy? You need to understand these couple of things. Because if Trump wins, okay, Trump wins, it's going to go bullish. Why is it going to go bullish? Right? Why is it going to go bullish? We need to understand these things so we're able to, of course, make the best possible decision, right? Don't just go and just off of what you think might happen. Get the research to back it. Get the research so strong to back it that you're able to, of course, go and explain it to 100 people and explain it clearly to them before you just make the decision, because then you always find yourself getting cooked, and I don't want anybody getting cooked. You know what I mean? All right, awesome. So let me just, all right, you can definitely still see the chart. So let's get to it. Let's get back to it. So overall, guys, when the market opens up again, my take on it is going to be bullish. I'm definitely going to see probably continue bullish, because even though we did have the touch, of course, on the H1 now, so the H1 is telling us something different. That a double top could definitely, of course, be formed. You know, we could have price come back and kind of hit the top end and sell out of it. But overall, we got a clear trend line. We have strong bullish movement. And if you look at the size of the bullish candlesticks, if you look at kind of the buyer's mindset based upon what we see with the candlesticks, because the candlesticks teach us a lot. And you guys know I'm a pure price action trader. I look at price history. I look at the candlesticks. That's what helps me make my determination as to what I could see happening in the markets. Now, what I am seeing right now is definitely strong bullish influence in the market. I'm definitely seeing the bulls trying to take this to 42,000. I'm definitely seeing a lot of points to be covered, especially within the coming week. However, NFP will be the major factor as to what we do going forward. But if NFP comes back positive, if we get that positive outlook on NFP, I expect us to fly. I expect us absolutely to fly during this NFP. And not just for the actual NFP day, but a couple of days after that as well. I do expect us to fly. So it's definitely important that we pay attention to it. And like I said, be careful. If you're going to trade the news, trade the news. I'm not going to trade the NFP release. I'm probably going to trade the NFP day, but I'm not trading the release. I'm going to wait before to kind of see what happens, because I can't predict the news. No one can predict the news. You know what I mean? We got to wait to kind of see what happens, because you don't want to gamble away your money. But overall, this is definitely fundamentally based. Of course, I did show you the technicals. We're looking at strong bullish movement. We're looking at the difference in candlesticks. The previous all-time high was created with a strong wick, and price fell out of it. Prices come back to test the all-time high sooner rather than later. It tested it over here on the H1 and has come back to test it again without strong movement to the bottom end, even though the market did close. We need to watch out, because potentially we could continue buying. We definitely could continue buying. I'm still definitely bullish. I will change my bias, of course, if price comes to break my trend line and start to trade a lot lower. I'll definitely change my overall bias in terms of what I want to do within the coming week. Right, this is definitely my moving support, my trend line. If price comes below my trend line, then we're definitely going to continue bearish, probably for the week. It depends. We'll, of course, reanalyze as price goes along. But right now, I'm still definitely looking at strong bullish movement. All right, so definitely that's what I'm kind of seeing happen with US 30. not too much breaking down. If you want to look for potential entries, it's going to go off what I teach definitely even on my YouTube. You guys know definitely what I wait for entries. I'm not always going to wait for the M5 to confirm my entry for me. I need a break off the structure, the current structure, and I need to close above the current structure. But I don't need a small close. So I'm not waiting for a little ass candlestick to kind of come and maybe just close over here. That's not what I'm waiting for. I need something strong with a lot more momentum to indicate that we definitely are breaking the structure. I'm not necessarily waiting for a retest, because sometimes price could buy a couple of 100 points and then come back for the retest before proceeding to the top end. You never want to miss all those points in a trade. So definitely what I'm waiting for is a strong break of structure, and then I'm going to enter my trades. Of course, keeping any SLs clear of where we broke structure. You never want to be wiped out, because definitely a sweep will happen after we break, especially if there's going to be a strong push up. Especially if there's going to be a strong push up, you never want to be caught lacking with a super tight SL. So US30, I'm still bullish on it, but even if we continue bearish, doesn't matter. This will be my indication as to whether or not I'm probably going to be bearish for the week. NFP will be the ultimate determining factor as to whether we're going to be bullish or bearish. It solely depends on NFP at this point in time. So another thing that we could see is a lot of market consolidation, preparation for the news releases. We could see a lot of patience with investors around this range. We could see ourselves playing within this range as well as we wait for the NFP news release to actually let us know, are we going up? Are we going down? We need to know these things, and NFP is definitely going to be the major decider on this factor. But like I told you guys, below my trend line, bearish. Above break of structure, bullish. Within this range, it's whatever. It's scalping range. This is a nice scalping range. I'll probably scalp this range. I won't do anything too crazy, but any significant trades are going to happen, within, of course, my zones. But guys, any questions in regards to what I just did? Something you didn't understand? Let me know. Just any questions, let me know. The last low failed to break the previous low. Seems highly probable to continue bullish. Ishmael, that's very good as well. That's very good. It's a very good analysis on it as well. And also for me, I never definitely want to just kind of look for what's happening. I never just want to look for just what the technicals are telling me, especially when there's strong news, especially that coming week. You always want to be cautious and careful. Damn, I am so dehydrated. Damn. I don't drink enough water. It's hot out here in Dubai. How do you scalp within the range? Okay, scalping has a quite different, there's many different strategies when it comes to scalping. It's definitely gonna be something I'm gonna teach a different time, because we don't have enough time for me to kind of go into a scalping strategy. But I'll probably drop one on my YouTube page if I haven't. If I have, it's probably been a long time ago, so I'll probably do another video for you guys as well. How are you scalping the consolidation? So we might not necessarily be full consolidation. It could just be kind of playing within a range rather than consolidation. So maybe not this, right? But maybe more so this. So it still is consolidation, but we have kind of a clear range where there is pretty good point gain within that range. So it could just be playing within the range more so than it is going to be a consolidation period. Just to answer your question, Pretty Creations. All right. Are you saying we will wait for NFP first before we can enter the trade? No, I'm not saying we will wait for NFP. So when the market's open, we could find ourselves, we could find confirmation for what we want to do with our technicals. We could find ourselves above breaking the structure. We could see ourselves buying. We could end up continuing with the buy. We could see ourselves breaking the structure below, our trend line below, and see ourselves selling. That's what could happen, right? That's definitely what could happen before any NFP. So we want to trade, right? With day trading, we're trading every single day if there's opportunity. But what I'm trying to say is that NFP will be a major determining factor as to what we do going forward. You never want, so if we definitely start to play within a range, I usually don't like to trade ranges. I could every now and then, but I don't really like to trade ranges, because I like to have at least 150 point gain before I enter any particular trades. That's kind of the rules I set for myself. And if we don't have 150 point gain, then I'm probably not going to take the trade. All right. But NFP will be very significant as to what we do. Think trading after NFP seems to be the best right now. If I want to be honest with you guys, I'm sure you guys have seen. I think I've traded NFP twice as it was happening. Now that was totally out of my rules. I did it for you guys. I think I was already in a trade as well. I had my predictions for it as well. We'll never know what the news is, but I had my predictions for it based upon a lot of the analysis, price history, and see I was looking at what was happening in the markets. And then I ended up opening a few positions to trade NFP, but I already had a lot more profit. If you guys see my Instagram, I definitely had a lot more profit open. I had a lot more trades going up. My trades were clear of any potential pullback for NFP, so I did trade the actual release. But to say that I do that every now and again, I really don't trade the NFP release. I find it to be gambling than I actually find it to be strategy based, because how are we going to guess the news as it's happening? I feel like it's more adrenaline. To me, it feels more like gambling than it is actually anything else. That's why I kind of either trade before any news hits or I trade after the news hits, right? So if I can find a really good opportunity before the news hits, then I'll take the trade. But if I find, and when I say before the news, I don't mean like a couple of minutes before, I mean hours before, even a session before. Even if I find a trade in the London session, it's really good. And by the time NFP comes along, my positions are very secure. I'm really comfortable in the trade. But if I can't really get, some distance between when NFP hits and when I enter my positions, I'm not taking any trades beforehand. I'm going to take them after the fact. So any other questions, team? Sorry, I was trying to pick. Trading news is like gambling. It definitely always is like gambling. It's definitely like gambling. Trust me. All right, I'm just reading you guys' questions. Sorry, there's a lot of questions. So if I get a little awkward while I'm reading, don't blame me. I'm just reading your questions. Okay, I'm not really a particularly fast reader. Okay, I actually am. I'm just skimming through. I'm not lying. So we get NFP news. Can you explain what kind of confirmation you need to go along? The kind of confirmation I need, what I always do is I have my charts up when it comes to waiting for the news. Let me put your question up. When it comes to NFP, there's not any types of confirmations to say that I'll need price to kind of go test the support level, then I enter the trade. Like I said, if I find an opportunity before solely based off my technicals, and I enter the trade, and it's hours before NFP. I'm not going to do it an hour before. I'm going to do it hours before NFP, and I have a lot of distance. I'm usually more comfortable with the release, because at that point in time, I've either secured some profit or I've had my SL trailed. Then I don't really care what happens at NFP. I'm not really trying to analyze it. But as the news comes out and I have the data, I'll definitely analyze it after the fact and then see what happens. So then I get the data, say it's super positive for us. And if it's super positive for us, say, let me give you an example. Let me go back to my chart. Let me give you an example to answer your question. Okay, so just to answer your question, so if say this was the London session and there was an opportunity here, according to my technicals, right? So we had our touch over here, our low, and we had our higher low in this region. We had a clear touch on the trend line. I would enter some buys over here, hours before NFP. And at this candlestick, this is when I know NFP is coming about, I would stay in my trades because it's a nice, pretty clear offer NFP. Probably keep my SL within that range or whatever range is available, just in case NFP does shoot down and come back all the way down to the bottom end. I don't want to be taken out. I don't want to lose money. So if I can find a trade beforehand, that's perfect. But then the alternative that I would do is I definitely would, of course, maybe wait for if say I wasn't in any trades and NFP is launched over here, even if it's positive, I'm going to kind of wait to see what happens with the candlestick. Because remember, New York always comes an hour after NFP is released. You definitely will kind of want to see what happens. And as soon as New York opens, you definitely know it's going to go within the data of the NFP release. Because if the data is super positive, New York opens in the next hour, you definitely know everybody's kind of seen the data kind of take effect. And majority of the time, the buyers, sellers are going to go within tune of what NFP was actually saying to us. If NFP was telling us we're really good, everything is pretty confident, we definitely can see ourselves continue to the top end. So at that point in time, if I can find a good trading opportunity, I'm not just going to enter the trade because New York opens. I need to see where can I enter the trade that's going to be safe for my trade, because you never want to just keep a large SL for no absolute reason with no actual target range. You need to make sure if you cannot find a target range, you cannot find where you want to go, then the trade is not worth it. If you can find these things, then by all means, you can definitely trade it. Okay. Sometimes NFP can go hand in hand with your technical analysis as well. Don't be fooled by technical analysis is very, very important. Because how do you think majority of traders, and when I say traders, I'm talking like big institutions, banks, hedge funds, these guys with hundreds of millions, billions of dollars, how do you think they're trading every day? How do you think orders are being executed every day, if not for technical analysis? It's not like we have high impact news every single day. So what's your R&R? I think this is the last question I'll answer before we kind of move on over to the giveaway, guys. But what's your R&R usually when trading US 30? So when that's, and I love that question, because most people just want a 1, 2, 3. And when I say I would probably want to do like a 1, 2, 3, 1 to 4 or higher, depending on the particular trade. That's what I want to do. But what does that particularly mean when it comes to trading? Now, let's make an example over here. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to set maybe, because it's US 30, you don't want to set like 70 points to get a good trade. Sometimes you can have a trade that kind of looks like this, guys. I'm going to show you something very interesting. Sometimes you can have a trade that definitely looks like this, especially if you have the account size to handle it. Now, remember, if you're someone who has a smaller account when it comes to risk to reward, right, your R&R, when it comes to risk to reward, if you're someone who has a smaller account, you'll look and say 350 points is absolutely insane. So if you have a small account, that's very, very true. However, if you have like a mid-sized range account, what does this mean if you want to take a trade like this? If you kind of see the price could continue upward in your favor, but you want to keep it clear of any potential pullback zones, what that means is you're going to adjust lot sizing to kind of accommodate for that percentage risk. So if you're someone who opens a standard lot and you always target 300 points and an SL of 100 points, so a good 1 to 3, what you're going to do when you enter a trade with a wider SL and a wider TP, because that's what the opportunity adheres to, what you're going to do is then adjust your lot sizing to still match your percentage to a point where you're still risking 1, 2, 3%, whatever you risk on your account size. You then cut down on the lot sizing depending on the trade. And then what I like to do if I cut down on my risk, on my lot sizing, is when a trade goes in my favor, of course, I never just go blindly. I have levels I look for potential re-entry. I'm going to see potential re-entry on my trades. That's when I tend to stack a lot of my positions, entering with more profit. Where do I place my SL? Let me give you a quick, just a quick example before we move on. Just some free sauce before we kind of move on. Let's do an example, right? Say I've entered my trade here, beautiful. This is the area I see price to kind of come in, retest at. What I would basically do is you would adjust your lot sizing to kind of match your risk to reward. I'd have the trade be well off in profit. It goes up, it comes down. This is the area I view for re-entry. I restack my positions. Now, where does my SL go? My SL goes where this SL goes. So this SL at this point would have been killed. It would have been in profit, probably lower here or maybe around here. That means this SL would match where my first trade's SL is. Therefore, never losing money. Never losing money. You never want to lose the money, because you never want to open up a trade where you keep it where your first SL was. It's kind of a dumb trade now. You know what I mean? Because if it comes back, it's going to wipe out any profit that you had. Any more questions? Oh my days. Thank you so much. I didn't realize I wasn't sharing my screen. And I just want to say thank you so much for those who said you weren't seeing my screen. And shame on you for those who didn't tell me. I'm actually busy talking, busy doing examples. Y'all can't even see my screen. Come on, man. All right, guys, let me get into it. I had a bit of a moment over there. I had a bit of a moment over there. So let me get back to what I was saying. So what I was saying is, when it comes to kind of adjusting your positions, when it comes to your risk to reward, if you have a trade that looks like this, right? So you have, say you have a 300-point SL on US30, and you have, you have your 1,000-point gain on US30. This is just a random example. If you have a trade like this, what you ideally want to do, like I was saying before, is you want to adjust then your lot sizing to still match your risk, your percentage risk. Because sometimes what's going to happen in the markets is there's going to be an opportunity, and not every opportunity is going to allow you to have a 70-point SL. Because if you guys know anything about me in my trading club, which was previously SE Elite Signals, you would see that when it comes to my SL, I usually used to like to do about 70 points. But do you guys see how tight 70 points is, especially on US 30? I mean, we used to flip and kill it, man. I mean, we still do kill it, but of course now I've kind of increased my SLs depending on the type of trade we're taking. If the trade can accommodate 70 points, that's fine. But if the trade needs to be a little bit higher, it needs to be a little bit higher depending on the profit gain and the targets that I do see for the trade. So what I was definitely saying is, if you take a trade that looks like this and you have to have a wider SL due to, of course, the kind of opportunity that you have in the market, ideally what you want to do is adjust the lot sizing to match your percentage risk. But as it goes on, so let's say the trade would go on, I would always have my areas where I view for re-entry. This is just a random example. Price comes over here. This then would be an opportunity for me to restack my positions. Now, I know you see a lot of traders stack their positions at certain levels. We do this solely based upon the market movement, and we adapt to the trade as it's happening, right? We adapt to the trade as it's happening. And as the trade is happening, we kind of just focus on what is, we kind of see happening. And what I would definitely do at that particular point in time is the SL for the second trade is going to be placed where the SL for the first trade is. So at this point in time, when I restack my positions, my SL is probably killed. So I probably killed my SL for the first positions, and I probably kept them, around the same range. Now, the reason for this is you never want a situation where, price just kind of comes back and goes against you, and you kind of restacked your positions. And now imagine you kept the same SL as the first entry. That's kind of dumb. That's no longer stacking. You just don't know what you're doing. So I keep if I restack my positions, where the new SL goes for the latest positions is going to go where the previous trade's SL is. So the same thing would go if I was to enter another trade and restack my positions as we go. So how I kind of maintain my risk and how I always maintain profits is that as we go about, as we're trading, we're coming back for those re-entries, as we're up here, some of these positions are probably now secured just a little bit. I've probably shaved off some of those positions, securing profit as I go. I've got these new positions where I'm making even more money. We kind of come back and we go, and we kind of come back and we go. I'm not leaving any positions just constantly open with no securing off my profits at all. I'm securing profits as we go. And that's very, very important. So when it comes to, but like, of course, not every trade is going to be this clean, this clear. It's going to take a lot of experience to understand how to stack your positions, but that's something for another day. That is definitely something for another day. But I kind of hope everybody understood what I was saying. I hope you guys understood what I was saying. I hope the breakdowns were really good. And I hope you guys kind of understand what I was saying for NFP, that we're kind of going to see. It's going to be a major determining factor as to what happens. All right, but does everybody understand? Is everybody following? All right, so you guys know what time it is, though. It's giveaway time. All right, but to do the giveaway, guys, I wanted to do just a little something. Right, we're gonna give away a couple of course, a couple of positions to the trading club. But for some of the giveaway, I'm gonna pick some people at random, but then I'm gonna ask a few questions, just and whoever can get the question right, or even the closest to getting the question right, will get access to the trading club for a month free. So is everybody down? Is everybody cool to play the game a little bit? Let's just have a little bit of fun. I mean, we have about We have about 15 minutes before I end the live stream. You guys down? Let's have a little fun. I bet. Okay, cool. So let's start with number one. What is my full name? Let's start there. What's my full name? Simple stuff. What is my full name? Just type in the comment section. What's my full name? Let's get it. Let's get it. And babe, please can you just write the winners down? Okay. So some of you butchered my name. Yo, some of you butchered my name, man. My heart so I've never seen my name spelled like that before. But I do want to say one thing, guys. Out of everybody who kind of said my name, my legal name, I want to say what brought India. That is my legal name. Of course, you misspelled the Meshach, but that is my legal name. That is me, Leonardo Meshach Norman. Michael Taylor Norman. Michael, of course, is my dad's name, and then Taylor, of course, is a nickname that I got a while ago. But my full legal name is Leonardo Meshach Norman. All right, so we're gonna give and down 2. You're right. You're the first winner for the trading club. Right. That was it. That was some pretty simple stuff. The questions are pretty. That guy stalks you. No, let's be nice, Tizanio. Let's be nice. Let's be nice. Let's be nice. But you're the first winner, brother. You're the first winner. Did you get his name down? Bra _ NDON _
Wait. Okay.
Yeah, you see him right there? Yeah, just write his name down. And then this one's gonna be just a little bit harder. All right, this one's gonna be a little bit harder. For those of you who know my story or who've been following me, it's even on my YouTube page. What was the account balance I had? Right, what was the size of the account that I had before I hit $100,000 trading? What was the size of the account? I think I talk about this a lot on my Instagram, my YouTube. What was the size of the account? Can anybody guess that? Gee, someone got it right. 2 people got it right so far, guys. Yeah, 2 people got it right.
I think that's what Eli.
Eli, yeah?
Eli.
I think it was Eli.
Okay.
It was Eli, yeah, it was definitely Eli. Eli, where you at? So yes, it was $10,000. If you guys remember, I did, of course, trade $100 accounts, I was able to scale them back and forth, and then I ended up losing a lot of my money. And then I was kind of able to scale up, borrow money, deposit, do all these jobs, and kind of just get this balance. And that was kind of the balance that I was like, okay, this is the point. I'm going to raise it. I'm going to take it. I'm going to do amazing things with it. But that was the size of the account. So shout out to Eli. You win the next spot.
And we're saying 2-2. Okay.
I think maybe for the next question, and I'll just pick someone at random as well.
I think we can do
2 more?
Yeah.
I think we can do 2 more. Yeah, I mean, and just simple stuff, man. I don't want to be too crazy. It's just fun interacting with you guys as well, because most of us are never going to meet in person, so we might as well have some fun together. Maybe have a party on Instagram live together or something. I don't know. All right, so maybe the next question: what is my wife's first name? Yeah, what is her first name?
Me.
No, okay.
Sweetheart.
Oh my gosh, Debbie, that was a good one. That was a good one.
Então vai ter Coco Melon.
Someone say Coco Melon. Someone calls you Coco Melon. She's not Coco Melon. By the way, just so you guys know, nobody's gotten her name right.
Not one person.
Not one person has gotten her name right.
I've got my Instagram name.
Yeah, you guys did get her Instagram name.
Mamani. Mamani is only Mamani because the other siblings couldn't pronounce my name.
Yeah.
And they used to call me Mamani.
It's really not Mamani, guys. Oh my days. Okay, I'm gonna type it. But then
What's it? Shanae.
And I just sent it through. That's her name. Her name is Imani.
Mamani.
Yeah, Imani. It's all over her Instagram. Yeah. It's also all over Instagram. But I appreciate everybody. I'm gonna pick someone random. Where?
That one.
Oh my days.
How would you know that?
Okay, so 2 people. I'm gonna give it to 2 people. Debbie, I'm gonna give it to Debbie. I just had to pick someone random, guys. Debbie, I'm gonna give it to you. Debbie, you're gonna be the 3rd winner. And I'm just gonna pick somebody random, guys. This is fun, but I just want to pick you guys. I'm sure you guys got things to do as well. So come on, man. I don't know how many randomly pick. Baby, you want to pick someone, please?
Okay.
Please pick someone. Just pick someone, yeah.
I'm gonna go with one person.
Just one person, yeah.
I'm gonna go with Chris Stebbins because I see them a lot.
Chris Stebbins. You're gonna Chris Stebbins?
Yeah, I think they were here last week and the week before as well.
Okay, she picked Chris Stebbins. Chris Stebbins as well. So you got Debbie down and you got Chris Stebbins down. And Chris Stebbins as well. Team, that's it, man. We can't give away all the slots now. But of course, I'm going to be doing different giveaways in the future. I'm going to be giving away cash. I'm going to be giving away, you name it. I'm just going to be giving away a lot of stuff. I want to definitely, of course, give a lot back to you guys because you guys come over here, you sit with me for an hour, listen to me, even though I don't share my screen sometimes. I do appreciate a lot of you guys as well. I'm definitely going to do a lot more giveaways for everybody going forward. But I do appreciate everybody coming. I hope you guys were able to kind of understand, what we broke down today. And yes, you get access to the trading club. We were, of course, giving away the trading club. And just so you guys do understand, what is the trading club? I'm going to explain it again. The trading club, guys, is basically, it's a nice community that I have on Telegram where I'll be sending out all the trades that I take. All the trades that I take, I'm going to be sending in the trading club. But not just that, I'm going to be sending full breakdowns on why we won trades and why we also lost trades so that you guys can also learn from them. But then on top of that, I'm also going to be sending a lot of trade ideas as well. So trade ideas as to maybe we want to take this trade here and the reasons why we trade, so that it's not just a signal group where I'm just going to say buy, sell, and you just buy or sell. But it's some place you can come and get a full understanding why we sold, why we bought, why we won, why we lost. You're also going to get 24/7 assistance from my team personally to be able to help you. Also, because we just launched, I haven't yet done our first closed live stream, but we're also going to be doing closed live streams within the group as well, and challenges, and of course, exclusive giveaways to everybody in the group. So that is what the trading club is all about. It's about bettering traders, just to give you guys so much value. And for those of you who did not win a position and you guys want to purchase it, trust me, it's less than $140. It's $130 for 30 days. That is how much it is. We're not charging anything higher than that at all. It's roughly the same price that SE Elite used to be. So shout out to anybody who wants to come and join it. You guys know, just click the link in any of my bio. And of course, we'll be doing a lot more giveaways.
Prop firm accounts and cash giveaways.
Oh, yeah. Prop firm accounts, cash giveaways. We're going to be doing a lot. We're going to be doing a lot of giveaways. How many people did we pick?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Pick 4 people. Okay, awesome.
Can I pick one more person?
One more person?
That I feel like deserves it.
Okay.
Well, based on the comments.
Okay.
This guy. Gute. I don't want to fuck it up, but that guy.
Okay. I'm going to try and pronounce your name.
Goucher.
Goucher Tutu. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yes, she wants to give you a slot. Okay, so you're lucky my money is here, right? I should give it slots away. But shout out to everybody who was here. I do appreciate everyone. And of course, guys, I will catch you guys next week on the next Sunday trading service. If you guys want to join up the free channel, send breakdowns every now and again. I'm probably going to do a breakdown again of the charts that we've done today, and maybe one for NASDAQ as well for you guys. Appreciate everybody. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. I hope you guys have a great day and get prepared. The new trading week is going to be good.